Hi, John from Modulus here. Hope you're all well. Often we hear as financial planners in our day-to-day lives or meeting prospective new clients how people think pensions are useless. Pensions are terrible. They're not a good way of holding your money. We'll often hear people say, well, what's the best ISA out there at the moment? ISAs aren't doing particularly well at the moment, things like that. And really, an ISA, a pension, you'll hear things about SIP, you'll hear things like a bond or a VCT. These are just wrappers. These are just tax advantageous wrappers, different ways of holding your money. I thought it might be useful to jump on very quickly and explain exactly how that works. So I often take the analogy of a cup of tea. If you're having a cup of tea, the best way to drink it is through a fine bone china mug. So I'm talking about something like an Earl Grey or something. The tea, you get the best bouquet, you get the best flavour from a fine bone china cup. You can also then decide to drink it from a mug. The advantage of drinking a cup of tea or tea from a mug is that you get more tea into the mug. The disadvantage is that it is not going to have the same bouquet, the same flavour as drinking Earl Grey from a bone china cup. You could also decide to drink it from a pint glass. Now, the advantage is you're going to get a lot of tea in there, but the disadvantage is until it cools, you may get your fingers burnt. And that's exactly what things like ISA, a pension, you'll hear SIP as well, you'll hear bond. So things like your ISA, things like a pension, things like even a SIP, which is a type of pension, things like a bond, things like a VCT. They are just different ways of holding your money, each with their own advantages, and also then sometimes with their own disadvantages. Really, what matters as well as much as anything is what you put into the wrapper, what you put into the mug. So if you're looking to experience a fine cup of tea and you're drinking it from a fine bone china cup, then you're going to use like a fine Earl Grey tea. You're not going to use something that's going to be very cheap enough at the supermarket, because you'll drink that from a mug. So the quality of what you hold and how you hold your money inside these wrappers is obviously then very important. So again, this is just a quick video to explain that things like an ISA, a pension, a SIP, a bond, a VCT are just different ways of holding your money with their own tax advantages. An ISA, money goes in, you get no tax relief on the way in, you have no tax on the growth, and there's no tax on the way out, but you're limited to how much you can put in a year. A pension, you as a personal contribution or your employer as an employer contribution will get tax relief into a pension. The money grows free of tax. When you go to take the money out, you get some of it tax free, and then some of it will have to be taxed income. A SIP is just another way of holding a personal pension. It's the same thing, except that you can hold things like commercial property in a SIP. I'm not going to go into a bond and a VCT because they're a little bit more complex, but again, they do have their own unique advantages and disadvantages. A VCT in particular is seen as a very high risk wrapper, but because you're taking more risk with it, you're going to get some really good tax benefits as well. So just wanted to jump on very quickly just to share that with you. Hopefully that has been of some benefit. If you ever have any questions or want us to cover anything in these short videos or blogs, please feel free to give us a call or drop us an email or contact us through our social media channels. Thank you and take care. Bye-bye.